So I'm filming and posting this video on the Monday, and I will turn 23 on the Wednesday of that week. So let's talk about that. So if you haven't seen anything from me before, I have been documenting over the years my experiences being active in the acting industry, pursuing acting for many years actually now, and right before my birthday every year I seem to get real honest and chat about how I feel about that and approaching that, because I feel like also in acting your progress and your experience in the industry is very much tied up with your age, because you are playing certain characters of the age that you can feasibly play, and like your playing age and all of that, like it all feels quite tied up. And also like we have ideas in our head of like what milestones we want to hit when and I think I've sort of detached myself from that a lot more and just surrendered to the process of whatever will happen. But like, yeah, I think it's nice to be able to be honest about how we actually feel about being in the industry, because it's complicated and sometimes it's quite isolating because we're just doing self-tapes alone. So we're just auditioning by ourselves and in our own little bubbles. And also, actually, I've seen previous years when I've done this video, I've really like marketed please subscribe to me for my birthday, and it does actually really help having a bigger audience on here, and I do really appreciate it. So if you could subscribe for my 23rd birthday, which is why am I turning 23? But like, if you could subscribe, please do, and let's chat honestly about this. So turning 23, I was in my head a little bit about it because I was thinking, will I be able to play the younger roles? But it turns out that I am still being asked to tape for 13-year-old characters. So I think actually it takes longer than you think it might do to age out of the kind of younger playing age, from my experience and from the experience of people I know. Like, also you can see on TV that there are people who are like 28 who are playing like high school characters. So I think I've calmed down a bit about that, because I think I still very much have a few years of that, because also just me personally, like I get ID'd to buy a soft drink. They're like, can you be in a pub by yourself? And I get ID'd to swim in the over 18s lane swimming time. I get ID'd for all sorts of different things, and I think I do look relatively young. So I think I've calmed down about that, because even if I get older, like there's still elements of roles that are older that are interesting and nice. But I do think that like when I was 17 and being like, I'm gonna give this acting thing a go and I'm not going to go to university, it felt different, because yes, I was in a different path to a lot of other people, but like they were studying and like, but now like if you look at it in comparison, they're getting their big adult jobs and it's harder sometimes to make money as an actor. So I think that's been popping up a bit more, because like I think people say that the average person who does acting, like across all of their different salaries, earns like 10 grand a year, which like when you want to be achieving life milestones and like living in a certain place, like eventually maybe having a family, like it becomes a lot more complicated. So I think looking into the financial aspect of that and career strategy and like balancing all these different jobs is important and hard to do because the job market's a bit dead. But it's something that I've been working on, and I think there's also misconceptions about it, because actually I apply to a lot of different jobs, and some of them that I get furthest in the process of or like the jobs that I book are the acting jobs, because I think people think that it's like this hard to get into industry, and yeah, like it's a big thing, but like it is what I trained to do. So I can book work in the industry, and I do book work in the industry, and I do get shortlisted for things. So I think owning that and knowing that is also important and valid. Something that scares me though a tiny bit is my digital footprint, because I don't really know like what you're meant to do. Like it does benefit you having an online presence and like a following for acting, but I don't know what's in every single one of my videos. So let me know what you think about that, because some people say that like you shouldn't really have too much of a digital footprint if you want to go into acting. Like, some elements of that could then be problematic in a casting process, even though I don't think I've got anything outrageous online. But then some people say that like building an audience if you want to go into acting, because it is like a public profession, like that's important as well, and like you can earn money from this. Like, please do subscribe so I can earn money from the adverts that play on my videos. But like, it's confusing, so let me know where you think the line is and like what I should be aware of, because I do sometimes think about that. Like, I have a lot of like big digital footprint on here, lots of videos, and it's hard to assess that. And also I think I am knowledgeable about the industry. I've been doing this for a few years now. I think I'll be coming up to like 5 years of auditioning professionally. Can't speak professionally in the industry, but the more I've been in the industry, the more I then meet people who are like levels above me. So then I wonder what they'd think of seeing these videos, but then I think it's also fine, and I'm speaking to like what I wish I'd have had. And I watched my video from last year about turning 22, and actually I think you can sort of forget how much actually I have stayed on the path of like what I wanted to do. Like I said, I wanted to get into writing the kind of roles that I wanted to play, and I didn't realise how long that was on my mind for before I actually did anything about it. But I'm really trying to stop putting off stuff that I say one day I'll do this. Like, just do it now. So I have a first draft of a short film. Also, I wanted to be less intimidated by Shakespeare and know more. I forgot about that, but I have gone through the entire first folio now, so sort of done that as well. And also I feel like I've really had a life outside of the acting, like with my Spanish and with lots of different things, because I think like you can feel like 23 starting to sound a bit old, but realistically lots of people have told me that actually like it's still really young, and I still have like a few years before my frontal lobe is developed, so I want to keep like expanding my knowledge and like expanding my comfort zone and doing stuff that scares me, because I think that's something that's really important for me to do. And like, I'd still be in the unders category on X Factor. And realistically, like, do I want to be 15 still? No. Like, I think all of these experiences that I've had over the past few years have really grown me, and like I feel like I am the age I am, and I feel like I'm just like, you don't want to go back to being like immature and less mature than you are now, so I think it's all fine. I've had a life and developed skills around the acting. I've been taping really regularly, which I didn't get so much a few years ago, so I think it's easy to forget how much you've done and how much progress you've built up. And also it's easy to compare yourself to like what you did in like 2022, for example. You can think about that, but then realistically it's not like you've lost those experiences. You've had those experiences, and every year will be different. So I think I can be a bit harsh on myself and constantly want to like one-up myself and compare myself to myself, whereas really like all of these experiences have shaped my path in the industry, and like no year's gonna be the same. And I'm back in class, I've been training, and that's really nice to be able to be in the room and like enjoy the acting for the acting. Like, it's been great. I love it. But I think a trap that I've also found myself falling into a bit, like I'm aware that like I'm at a stage where I can book work. I'm at a standard, I feel like, where I can book work. However, I think sometimes you can feel like, oh, I'll get like this job in something else, and then like one day I'll do this. But I think I really need to like always be pushing forward, reaching out to people, and like really driving forward with this, because if I want to get that to that stage at some point, I have to be making the big moves all the time. So that's something that I'm really working on, pushing myself to do. Like, I say, oh, one day I'll go to this. Like, go now. Go now. So I'm really trying to implement that, and I think sometimes like the pressure and fear of turning a new age can really push you to do that and make those steps. So now I have that first draft of my short film. Now I'm going to like classes that I've thought about going to for like a couple years but not got around to like traveling and going to, and now I'm going to like all these different like industry events and stuff, because I just think that like anything that might help you, go for it if you can. I think what I've really valued in having this channel is being able to be honest about my experiences and my thoughts in the industry, and also being able to then hear from other people. And I've had some really nice messages and like people reach out to me over the years sharing their experiences, and actually like whatever you're experiencing in the industry, like there'll probably be like loads of other people experiencing the exact same thing. So that's what I think making these videos is nice for, and I'm really glad to have a community behind these videos. So let's chat as well in the comments. Also, like, booking jobs sometimes isn't in your control, so just like finding ways to still feel like you're pushing forward and like enjoying the acting and enjoying the auditions for what they are and just having fun with it, because otherwise if we hated it we wouldn't put ourselves through this. So that's this video. Please chat with me in the comments, please subscribe, and thank you so much for like following along with my journey and watching my videos for as long as you have done. Really do appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.